Hey there, and welcome back to another episode of Eric's Drink Whiskey. Miller here, flying solo again due to some scheduling issues. Wrapping up Scotchtober with one last episode featuring a bottle that I got a little inspiration from my father-in-law on. Came up to visit a little while back and brought a bottle of this, and this is the Balvenie Caribbean Cask 14-year-old Speyside Scotch. Before I was a peat head, I dabbled in the Scotch a little bit. I had a fondness for Glenmorangie, and it was actually my birthday, and a couple of colleagues actually got a bottle of this for my birthday, and it is absolutely delicious. Can't even begin. Well, we'll go into it a little bit there. Speyside. It's obviously, we know what Islay is, nice and peaty and smoky and briny. The Isles up there at the top, Orkney and the Outer Hebrides and things like that, are kind of in that same vein of Islas. Highlands are what they are. I get flavor-wise from a Highland, I get a lot of that granola-y maltiness. If you've ever brewed your own beer using like the barley malt or the malt extract, it's a very similar nose to that. Very fragrant, very sweet. Campbellton, I get kind of a mix between that Speyside or Highland and Islay. Speyside though, I don't know what it is, but I get a lot of, it's very floral, it's very fruity, just really nice. So what they've done is they've taken a 14-year-old Speyside and they've rested it in Caribbean rum barrel. And we all know what rum tastes like, so this is bound to be delicious. A little bit on price before we jump into this, just to let this breathe a little bit more. This punch is around $72. I just looked it up before I did this episode. Not a bad price for a 14-year-old, especially, kind of the nuanced finish that this is. As we said last year when we did Scotchtober, Scotch is more expensive. It's made somewhere else, it's sent here. So obviously you've got to account for that when you're adjusting for price. So yeah, great bottle of Scotch. Absolutely love it. Re-found my love for it after being a peat head for so long when my father-in-law came up. So we're gonna give this one a go. I felt like featuring this one as our last episode of Scotchtober, just because it is such a good, nice, full flavor. So, sláinte. Of course, you get right off the bat that fruity, barley-y nose. Hopefully you would, because it is Scotch still. But then you get some like tropical fruitiness on there. Some of that vanilla coming off that rum cask. We'll go ahead and taste this bad boy. It is a good Speyside to start with. The Balvenie, can't say enough good things about them. Then you have kind of just that overall rum mouthfeel. I don't know what it is about rum, but you get that kind of, it's like a drying, it's like the oakiness of a bourbon without the spiciness that goes with it. It's kind of that just nondescript. I don't know how to explain it. you're definitely picking up the vanillas, that kind of molassesy sweetness. Not so much the sweetness as the flavor from that rum cask. It just goes very well with what's already a really nice, bright, malty Speyside Scotch. Absolutely delicious. Bang for your buck. I don't think you can go wrong. Little bit pricier than maybe some peers at the same age, but it is a really good specimen of a Speyside. If you've got a little bit of cash, I definitely encourage you to try it out. Balvenie's also got several other great finished products out there, but really just wanted to highlight this one as we bring Scotchtober 2021 to a close. Now, there is still a couple days left in this month, so stay tuned. We've got a little bit of a special surprise coming this weekend. Keep watching social media, you'll see what we mean by that. But till then, like, share, subscribe, and follow. All of our social media information is going to be coming at the end. We also have a podcast that is EDWNCF, Eric's Drink Whiskey Non-Chill Filtered, on Shout Engine and Apple Podcasts. That's the unedited audio of mine and Eric's joint episodes where we yammer back and forth about all things whiskey. Particularly, and we've said this before, for a 15-20 minute episode that we actually put on YouTube, there's probably about an hour and a half of just us back and forth rambling that goes into that. So if you want to hear all our crazy conspiracy theories and off-color jokes, tune into the podcast. Also coming up, we've got a lot of really cool things as we round out 2021. I can't believe I'm already saying that, but we do. We've got 2 months left. We've got some really cool stuff coming up for you guys, so stay tuned. I know you'll enjoy it. And until next time, cheers.